Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage LifeVantage Chief Executive Officer, Darren Jensen.
Glad you came.
Welcome. I just want you to take a look around. Go ahead, take a look around. And it's amazing to see so many entrepreneurs in one place. As a matter of fact, if I had to guess, this is probably one of the largest gathering of entrepreneurs that's taking place today on the planet. Would you agree? And that's an amazing thing. But even though we're all entrepreneurs, all of our hopes, all of our dreams are unique and individual as our thumbprints. But we're all here to inspire each other and to help each other achieve those unique dreams that we have. And that's a wonderful thing. And here's another wonderful thing. We're all united by the same vision. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. Our vision for the future. Where we are now, where we're headed, and that's some pretty exciting stuff, and I can't wait to get started. Every one of you sitting here is part of something really big. I mean, something really big, revolutionary. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this, that each and every one of you is at the forefront of human innovation. Okay? A movement to utilize cutting-edge nutritional science that can let everyone alive take control of their own body, which is one of the most complex systems in the universe. And believe it or not, this is the first time in human history that we've had the technology and the knowledge to be able to do this. This is the age of biohacking, okay? And you guys are the very first people on the planet to do this on a massive scale. That's pretty cool, right? It's a pivotal moment in the time for LifeVantage, and anytime that something's new and you're the first, it becomes a life-changing time for each of you. But biohacking, you might think, it's a completely new concept. Most people have probably not heard of the concept of biohacking. So you're probably going to get a lot of questions about it. And I mean a lot of questions. But what I have found is that questions are a good thing. It's when no one's asking you questions, that's when you need to be worried, okay? So if people are asking you questions, then you're going to need to give them answers. So let's talk about some of those answers. The first one that you're probably going to get quite often is, so what is biohacking? Let's say you're on an elevator, you're in the line for the shopping at the store, you might be on the elliptical at the gym. Someone's going to hit you with that question. How do you answer it? One of the easiest ways would be to memorize the definition. And what I've noticed is that we have a few definitions, and we're going to try to consolidate these down. But for the most part, biohacking is using science and technology to become the absolute best version of yourself. But as we all know, once you hear about biohacking, you naturally want to know more. So, and I especially find this out quite a bit when I'm doing my Facebook Lives. How many watch my Facebook Lives? If you haven't, look for my entrepreneur page, click like or click follow. I get a lot of questions that come in on that of, what is biohacking? Tell me more about this. So we put together something, and this is what I send back to him. Let me share that with you.
First thing I want to look at is the question of what is aging?
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock?
What we need to do, of course, is to keep us healthier for longer.
No longer science fiction, but science possibility.
I'm claiming that the first person to live to 1,000 is actually probably only about 10 years younger than the first 150-year-old, and that's quite a thought.
What if I were to tell you there are leading scientists who believe we could live to be 1,000 years old?
That's crazy. No.
Initially, I would probably be skeptical.
You know, I never really thought of that. I don't know, actually.
I wouldn't want to live 1,000 years. It's too long. It's too long.
I don't want to live to 1,000. I have arthritis, deteriorating arthritis of all my joints, and it's not good at all.
I don't know if I'd really want to live for 1,000 years, but I could see it happening.
Okay, why wouldn't you want to live for 1,000 years?
I feel like if I was I would live for 1,000 years if everybody else that I loved could live for 1,000 years.
If with science I could live to be 1,000, but be young on the inside, then possibly, yeah.
So I'm interested in being here for as long as I can. So if they have a way for me to be here longer, I think that'd be pretty cool.
So you love life?
Yes.
Tell us what we were just talking about.
What I was saying is, I was just pulling up my phone here to order an Uber, and I was commenting on just how fantastic technology has been advancing. I mean, we've been able to sequence the human genome, we've had quantum computing coming online, artificial intelligence, and we've really begun to understand nutrition enough to where we can have nutrigenomics. And all of this is converging together to create a situation where we can really begin to biohack the aging code. You've been doing Uber for very long?
About 4 months. I like to drive, I like to listen to music, and I love people. So.
Okay.
And how about you?
I'm the CEO of a company called LifeVantage. We're a biohacking company. Our mission is to biohack the aging code.
I'm all for that. The older I get, the more I like that sort of thing.
No, for sure. Most researchers are thinking that we'll be able to extend life to your 150, some even say to 1,000. I don't know about that bit, but 150 sounds pretty good.
I don't want to live long as much as whatever length I live, I want quality.
That is exactly, and what we focus on is using this nutrigenomics science as well as biohacking to help extend the health span of people.
Message me your stuff. Get in touch with me.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. Extending people's health span is definitely part of the opportunity that we have before us, but it's not everything. That quality of life, we want better quantity, but we also want quality. But being at the forefront of this movement comes with responsibilities, because we need to make sure that all of your years are healthy, both physically and financially, and that we live in a world we all want to live in. We've already made meaningful progress in biohacking the aging code, and the best part is that these amazing products are available exclusively through our network of independent distributors, people just like you. So when I talk about biohacking, I just don't tell you I like to walk the walk. I was randomly calling Uber drivers at the time, and I called 3. One's a customer now, one's a distributor, and one was not very intellectually stimulated. Just saying. I guess you can't shoot 100%. But anyway, that old saying that says talk is cheap? I think it's easy to talk about stuff, about innovation, about changing the world. It's really easy to talk about nutrigenomics and what's possible through biohacking, but it's a lot harder to do. And those companies that are actually doing are rare. Well, at LifeVantage, we've been doing a lot of doing. So let's look at some of the actual inroads that we've been making when it comes to biohacking and nutrigenomics. Let's start with oxidative stress. Nutrigenomics, or the science of how nutrients affect our genes, was merely theoretical until the scientific community started looking at oxidative stress. We learned that this wasn't a small thing. It turns out that oxidative stress was one of the biggest factors when it comes to aging and lengthening our health span. We knew this was something we had to understand. So we got to work and we started doing.
Oxidative stress is defined as the imbalance between free radicals produced by oxidative metabolism and the antioxidant response to it.
When oxidative stress occurs, there's a wear and tear of the cell.
It's where the cells start breaking down and not performing at their potential like they should.
That's extremely important with something called our NRF2 pathway. That NRF2 pathway is the means that our body utilizes as a biofeedback mechanism when there is a large amount of oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't even care who you are. It affects every single one of us.
You know those cartoons where the light bulb goes off over the character's head? That's essentially what happened to us once we started poking around about oxidative stress. Researchers found a pathway in our cells that was combating oxidative stress. Unfortunately, that NRF2 pathway was being overworked and underpaid the older we got, slowly losing the battle to oxidative stress. But then an amazing breakthrough. We realized that certain nutrients, when combined together in the right ratio, could actually reactivate the NRF2 pathway. That gave birth to LifeVantage's first clinically validated product, which ushered in the science of nutrigenomics and changed science fiction to science fact. There was nothing trivial about this discovery. It was a huge breakthrough. Medical journals around the world started confirming what we had found. This little university in Cambridge, Massachusetts, called Harvard, confirmed it. The National Institute of Aging and Ohio State University confirmed it. It graced medical journals around the world, and soon the news was so big that NBC Primetime, ABC News, Dr. Oz, The Today Show, and many more started airing it. And who knows, one day we might actually get big enough to where even the Kardashians will speak about it. My point, nutrigenomics became real in a very big way. We might be paving the way for biohacking today, but we've always been biohackers at heart. That means we've always been curious, always been questioning, and always been pushing the boundaries. So we kept asking the hard questions. If we could reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, what else was possible? We knew that we had just started scratching the surface. What happened next was a breakthrough on the second biochemical effect of aging, which is mitochondrial decline.
What we know is as we age, we lose more and more of our mitochondria.
Mitochondria are really necessary for that energy production and protecting of that genome. The genome is the blueprint of the cell, and so if that blueprint gets messy, then the cell doesn't know how to act.
The cell membranes and the mitochondria are the most important functional part of your cell. Those decline as we age, and that's one of the reasons we have so much decreased energy as we age.
Mitochondria are most important in muscle and brain. That's where the energy is expended in your body. So we want more mitochondria in your muscle, more mitochondria in the brain, and we want it to work properly, every mitochondria to work properly.
So up until this point, mankind looked at mitochondrial decline and just shrugged their shoulders. This was just an irreversible part of life, and there was nothing that could be done about it. They accepted brain fog and forgetting words and names just as a natural byproduct of getting older. But biohacking researchers refused to accept that status quo. They began to see promising results in the lab, and voila, the world was introduced to Protandim NRF1, a powerful biohack for your cognitive health. And something that I would say couldn't go a day without, because who wants brain fog? Nobody ever said that. And as a matter of fact, I have to say that after taking all of our products, I have not felt more on point than I have in decades. But But we didn't stop there. We went on to reinvent skincare with true science, which infused the NRF2 cellular technology into high-end products we all know and love. We created the best drink out there that literally turned an entire category on its head. We knew the reason we felt tired was because our brains were foggy, we were thinking slowly, or we couldn't concentrate. Yet the current crop of energy drinks weren't addressing our minds. They were addressing or taking a body-first approach, using dangerous amounts of sugar and caffeine and chemicals. But LifeVantage, we use nutrients to take a mind-first approach. This was revolutionary and the first of its kind. So in essence, we're waking up the mind with nutrients and providing cognitive support at the same time. It's a powerful nootropic, which is a fancy way to say a supplement with brain health technology. Instead of shocking the system, Axio works with the mind to improve performance. This is biohacking at its finest. We were using Nutrigenomics to biohack the obesity epidemic. When it came to weight loss, we were tired of fads. In true biohacker fashion, we turned to science for a better way, addressing the often overlooked gut health. For the first time, truly allowing our body to work for you, not against you in weight loss. You know, go figure, right? We want to work with our body. With Nutrigenomics, we could create products that work with the body, not against it. And our newest product, Omega Plus, is a biohacker's dream. It's packed with omega-3, omega-7, and vitamin D. And you can even trace the fish it was made with back to the boat where it was processed on, which blows my mind that we have that technology today. Biohacking is about asking the difficult questions and then committing to the research and the hard work that it takes to address them. It's about never giving up, giving in, or settling. Let me just say that one more time. Biohacking, it's about never giving up, never giving in, or never settling. And that's biohacking. And I believe that's a framework for life. And that's what makes us all here biohackers. Okay? Now, if you haven't noticed, or you probably have, for the last 12 minutes or so, I've been giving you my opportunity presentation, right? And as I get feedback off of doing my Facebook Lives and other questions that come into me, this is basically how I share LifeVantage and how I talk to them about the biohacking movement. And all of the slides that I've just shown, all the videos will now be available for you if you'd like to use them, and we'll have them on our website. Okay? But I have no doubt that you guys will be able to do it a lot better than I do. You have much more practice. So at this point, typically in my presentation, people are generally dying to know where they can get the products. Almost 100% of the time, people are saying, all right, where do I get these products? And it's like you're having to fend them off with sticks because they just want it. So when they ask me that, this is what I show them.
Hey guys, I'm just about to walk into a radio interview. We're going to be talking about biohacking, nutrigenomics, and my all-time personal favorite, how to be an independent distributor here at LifeVantage. It's obviously things I'm passionate about, and I'm hoping they don't mind these cameras, so maybe they'll let us film with it too. So here we go, guys.
Hanging out with me in studio today, Ryan Goodwin, CMO of LifeVantage. Ryan, welcome, man.
Thanks, I'm stoked to be here.
Let's just start at the beginning because I need to know, what is LifeVantage? Like, let's start there and we'll build our way up.
Absolutely. So LifeVantage is a biohacking company that's at the forefront of a brand new science called nutrigenomics.
That's a lot right there. So biohacking, I've heard it. I've seen that on billboards. I'm not really sure what that means.
It's really simple. Biohacking is taking control of a complex system, specifically your own biology, in order to get the outcome that you want.
So you use biohacking with this Nutrigenomics. What was the word that you...
Nutrigenomics.
And what is that?
So nutrigenomics is a brand new science that studies nutrients and natural compounds and how they affect your genes inside your body.
Okay, I feel like I'm going crazy because LifeVantage, wasn't it at one point like on the shelves? Didn't I see it there?
Yeah, that's right. Specifically, Pro Tandem was on a retail shelf.
Okay, good, because I thought I was losing my mind. So at one point in time, you actually had this product in stores.
That's right. But we're hackers at heart, and hackers means that we're not satisfied with the status quo. In fact, we want to do something radically different from the status quo in order to produce a different result. So it made a lot of sense to us to break that status quo, stop trying to look at ways that we're lining the pockets of big pharma and the big box stores, and find a better way, not only to tell our story, but also to help line the pockets of the little guy. And the products aren't necessarily sold anymore through advertisements. How many people like being advertised to? Do you like being advertised to?
No, I hate being advertised.
I mean, you like advertisements because you're on the radio.
I mean, I love my sponsors. No, yeah. I do though. To me nowadays, so much more is meant when a friend comes up to me and says, "Hey, have you tried this?" than me getting hit with a bunch of campaigns all at once.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to read you any stats or tell you about the research for you to know that I believe my friend's opinion about and his experience about a product much more than I believe some kind of 30-second super multi-million-dollar spot. So
LifeVantage, how does one go about getting a LifeVantage product and learning about biohacking?
That's one of the coolest things about our message is that our products are sold exclusively through our network of independent distributors, which means people just like you sell our products. And they tend to be just, normal people that are either in love with our products and really excited about sharing with other people, or there's other people that are just really excited about the entrepreneurial possibility that we have. And we have some people that are creating a solid side hustle, if you will, and paying their car payments every month. But we have other people that have taken it all the way up to replacing their full-time income and beyond. And we got some people that are really making a run at it.
All right, so is this better than doing Uber?
I would like to think that it is, and honestly, I'm glad that you brought that up. I view Uber as one of our main competitors, not necessarily other network marketing companies.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the person who's considering trading their time for money over the weekend. And next time you're in an Uber, ask somebody, what do you do? And it's never, I'm an Uber driver.
No, that's their side business. They're trying to do it for vacation or pay off bills or
exactly.
Like that. Yeah.
So somebody like that, once they realize that people just like them sell our products exclusively, they always connect the dots themselves. And they ask me and say, so you're telling me that I can earn a commission by selling this product? And I said, yes. Not only can you earn a commission by selling our products, but once you get really good at it, you can teach other people how to do it too, and then you can earn commissions on what they sell as well. So there's an income level that is much more leverageable. It's not like, imagine if you were an Uber driver and everybody that you introduced to, everybody you gave a ride to, you got money paid for, right? But every time they got a ride from somebody else, you got money on that too. It's kind of like that.
It's true. It's like the best referral program possible.
Exactly right. And we're already talking to somebody who has some kind of entrepreneurial spirit because they're doing something on top of their day job already in order to create more income for themselves.
Okay, final question. Will you be my distributor?
I don't know if it works that way, but I definitely will be your chief marketing officer.
I'll take that as well. It's Ryan Goodwin, CMO of LifeVantage. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Okay, so if you're anything like John, you're probably wondering how to get started. Let's turn the time over to Justin so he can tell you exactly how to do that. Cue Justin now.
So it really just comes down to two basic questions. How much does it cost, and how do I get paid? Well, to get started in your LifeVantage business, we have a starter kit that costs $50. And depending on your needs, we have business kits available with all the tools, materials, and products that you'll need not only to start your very own biohacking experience, but to help others start theirs as well. As they continue their experience, you'll get paid weekly as others begin to join you, and you'll earn residuals as others continue their journey. The best part is, the more you share, the more valuable your share will be. Ellie?
Let's say you're a budding entrepreneur and you want to start a business. This could be that business. The upside and earning potential are incredible. And where else can you cut your teeth on a business and have proven leadership help you to become an incredible business owner? Because guess what? They started out just like you, wanting an opportunity that inspires possibilities. That's just one of the reasons we created it. We get it. If this sort of thing excites you and you are interested, we want you in our LifeVantage family. Start it out as a side hustle, pour your passion into it, and let's see what's possible for you.
What do you think? I really liked that radio interview. That was good. Well, guys, I'd like to wrap up where I started. The perspective I see from this stage, as I take in all the familiar faces, as I take in all the new faces, what I see is this. I see both our legacy and I see our future. We might not have always known it, but we've always been biohackers. We've zigged when others have zagged, and we've turned entire product categories on their heads. We've used curiosity and hard work to arrive where we are now. But we haven't even scratched or even haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what our true potential is. Your dreams are fueling a new generation of biohacking and of groundbreaking discovery. And I'm honored to be I'm honored to be with you on this journey with each and every one of you. And I want to end by saying, welcome to the age of biohacking. Thank you. Thank you, guys.